Is there a rise in pirating digital media? Why are people returning to single-purpose devices? Which Robert Redford movies should you watch? Who made their own anime short film? All that and more on this episode of The Stuff and Junk Show. Welcome to The Stuff and Junk Show, where we share our opinions on random subjects from interesting news, social topics, pop culture, our likes and dislikes, things you've seen, heard, or read, what we did, and what we do. You know, stuff and junk. Hello, my name is Albert.
This is Jiaming. What do you have to say?
There's been a lot of talk about the return of piracy the past couple of years because of the.
Is LimeWire back?
Well, that's the thing, though. Okay, so I was going to ask you that. Okay, so online, there's been a surge of people looking to see how do I pirate this? Well, I don't know if they use that word, but essentially that's what it is. Especially nowadays with the fragmentation of our media and how expensive the subscription services are getting. A lot of people are now going back to piracy.
I heard Chainsaw Man's online. If you want to see Chainsaw Man, the movie, it's online. I heard somewhere.
So without actually saying what sites to go to or what apps to go to, because I believe some of these services are readily available on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Like you can literally go to an app that has bootleg media, right?
Yep.
I don't know what they are. First off, right?
Wink, wink.
I really don't. Actually, I'm curious. I don't want to go back to the BitTorrent era because we remember that. It's like BitTorrent is like there's a 50-50 chance you're not getting the file you're actually looking for, and I hate that. I hated that.
Back in the day, my brother downloaded a lot using BitTorrent, and then he would burn it on DVDs and stuff like that. You know, it was to a point where I think it was Universal sent us a letter saying, "Hey, stop,
oh seriously? I do remember you mentioning this. Yeah.
It was a long time. And if anybody's listening, that was a long time ago. Nothing like that happens now.
The statute of limitation is over.
Right.
So like you'll see like some shows popping up on YouTube as well, right? If they weren't copyright struck already and whatnot. And there are some websites that you can go to, like I said. Especially I know I'm familiar with this in anime. Because anime, for whatever reason, there's a lot of like pirate anime stores, websites out there that you can watch like anime for free, bootleg stuff, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the conversation regarding the return of piracy is back because everybody's fed up with the prices, everybody's fed up with the fracture. My whole thing is that I guess I'm more picky than the average person, but the quality of pirates have never been that great to me. Like, I want my 4K. I want my closed captioning. You know, you don't normally get that with pirate stuff. You can, but you don't normally get it with pirate stuff. So, especially the movie side. The movie side, like, there's a 50% chance you're going to just get a guy with a camera in the movie theater. And I don't want to see that.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, so, I mean, a lot of people, I guess the kids nowadays are getting used to going to piracy because of the situation. But we lived through that. We lived through the early stages of digital piracy. And I don't remember that being very user-friendly. The most user-friendly it ever really was honestly Napster. Napster was the most user-friendly. It was kind of like Google for pirated music. You just plug in the music you want and it's right there. Right? There's no like you have to download another app to get it. It's just literally just that thing, that Napster. And then it made it super easy.
The app I used was I mentioned earlier is LimeWire and stuff like that. I used that a lot back in the day because I was at work, I had time to kill and stuff like that. So I would download songs from using LimeWire. And the thing is, like you said, the problem is what do you call it? It just doesn't work very well. It's not consistent. You know what I mean?
Always,
you download X amount of songs. The thing is, sometimes I'm impatient, so I download a lot of songs, and maybe if I download 10. 2 of them will actually get through, you know what I mean? At the same time. So, but the ones I did get through, the quality, the music is music, it's fine. But after a while, I just kind of outgrew that, you know what I mean? I did it for X amount of time, maybe a couple of years and stuff like that. But then I realized, you know what? I'm a grown ass man. I don't need a pirate music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as far as like other kind of piracy, I never really bothered and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Movies, TV shows, anime, I never really bothered looking into how to download it from the dark web and stuff. Now I'm a grown ass man. I can pay for stuff. You know what I mean? If I can't pay for it or I find it too expensive, I just won't watch it. It's not that big a deal. You know what I mean? There's so much content. I mean, there's so many streaming. There's so many things. If you just have 1 or 2 apps, there's enough for you to there's enough material in there for you to have a good life. You know what I mean? It's like you look at my queue for Netflix, I can't even finish that. You know what I mean? So like, I don't need a pirate anything right now.
Um, like I said, going back to my Napster example, that was I thought the easiest way to pirate anything because it was essentially I don't know if I'm over exaggerating, but it was like the Spotify back in the day, where whatever you wanted was there. It was that kind of a
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
right? And there
Because
was
it's music. The files weren't that
right,
big. You know what I mean? And it's fast.
yeah, and it
It's like,
wasn't confusing either. It was kind of aggregated decently well.
yeah.
LimeWire was like, well, it kind of says it's the music, but you're not exactly sure it is. You know, it was like one of those things. But and then when you go to BitTorrent, that one really is a grab, like a random file that you hope it's the movie that you're downloading, and you hope it's a TV show that you're dialing. And back then we didn't have like super fast internet. You know, it was just it will take like half an hour to hours, like several hours
Yeah.
to just download a movie. And then by the end of that download, you find out that you downloaded like another movie that you didn't want to get. It was just one of those things where they kind of spoofed it.
Mhm.
And the conspiracy, not conspiracy, because it's proven true, was that movie studios were like planting fake movies on those services, so that
That makes sense.
you may think you're downloading their movie, but they're actually like letting you see another movie, like a movie that you never wanted to see, or was like a straight to video kind of thing or whatever.
Mhm.
So they were doing that, which is the reason why I didn't really do BitTorrent that much.
Yeah.
With that said, when the website started like having streaming, this is like post YouTube era. A couple years after YouTube was out, people started like really getting big on streaming bootleg videos, and they made it easy where you can literally like cast it to your TV and you can watch it on the big screen, and the quality was usually DVD quality. And I had to learn statute of limitation goes statute of limitation. I had to learn how to do that when I cut the cord, because I'm not sure if you remember, but I cut the cord a long time ago. Cable. I think the last time I had cable TV was in 2008. I would say,
Mhm.
and that was an era where there wasn't very many quote unquote legal options for streaming. Right, a lot of the streaming back then was that you had to have a cable service, and that will authenticate that streaming service for this company. Right, Hulu existed. Hulu did exist, but that was limited to a certain amount of networks, not all the networks. Like if I wanted to watch AMC, you have to have cable TV, right? Because AMC Plus didn't exist back then either. So and that was during the Walking Dead era. So if I wanted to watch The Walking Dead, I had to find other ways to watch it because I already cut the cord. And that's when I came across this websites or whatever to watch Walking Dead kind of thing, or any of the Comedy Central stuff. That one I had to get like figure out a way I had to watch South Park. There was all these other things that I had to do. I had to go the other way to try to watch them, and it's so much easier now, from what I understand, even though I haven't been doing it. I am curious though. Just wink, wink. I am curious though. but
It's
yeah,
fine. Yeah, I think like I said earlier, I'm like 48 now. There's no reason for me to go on the web internet and illegally download anything and stuff like that. The thing is, like I said before, the things I have in my queue that I need to watch, that I have paid for and stuff like that, I have access to. It's fine. It's like what is there? I can't even think of one specific thing where I'm interested in watching that I can't watch. You know what I mean? Or I can't. You know what I mean? It's like.
But you say that because you're actually paying for the streaming services, and
Well,
nowadays a lot of the kids, a lot of people. Well, I don't want to generalize it, but there are people who are like done with streaming services and like, but I still want to watch the stuff, but I don't want to pay for the subscription. You know, it's the kind of a thing.
The thing is, at some point you have to have some sort of integrity. You're not old you're not old television or entertainment and stuff like that. You pay for it, you don't pay for it, you just don't watch it. So the example I think you either was like anime. We have a Crunchyroll subscription. I think there are the other competitor, the other streaming service for anime is High whatever you call it.
I think it is High Dive.
But the thing is, there's nothing about. I look at the catalog. There's nothing on there where like, you know what, I really need to, pirate this because I can't afford it. Where it's like nothing exclusive to that streaming service versus Crunchyroll that it's like I'm dying to watch and stuff like that. Because the thing is, even just if you just limit it to my Crunchyroll queue and stuff, it's like 20 shows that I'm interested in watching that I can't even finish right now. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna spend like 1 second of my time looking for things looking for anime that I need to pirate so I can have access to it and stuff like that. You know, it's like, yeah, it's fine. It's not that big a deal. Just watch what you have access to. You know, just watch what you can afford.
The way I would describe like High Dive versus Crunchyroll would be like comparing like the catalog of like, let's say, Netflix to Disney Plus or Netflix to like HBO Max, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where they are exclusive. There are many exclusive stuff on both platforms, but unless you really want to try to watch everything, you can do the no FOMO philosophy and go, I don't really need to watch it, kind of thing. So it's like there are stuff in High Dive that I do watch, but I don't really need to watch it. It's like that kind of a thing. Same thing with Crunchyroll. Well, Crunchyroll has more appealing stuff, but point is that
it's not even close. Crunchyroll has a much bigger ambassador library. Whatever is exclusive in High Dive, it's not fine. You can watch it. You don't have to see you don't have to see everything. You're not owed everything. I don't.
No, but that has always been the philosophical argument between piracy and no piracy, right? It's like you don't, if you can't afford to watch it or read it, then you shouldn't. It's like, well, why bother? And then the philosophy there is that, well, if I want to watch it, I'm gonna watch it no matter what, even if I have to pirate it. It's like this is the eternal debate since like Napster came out. It's like even before Napster, the argument was like,
I don't know, the debate. Debate means like there's merit to both sides, but that implies there's merit to both sides. One side is like doing something illegal and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Is unless High Dive is like hoarding like an actual important resource. You know what I mean? It's not like it's like it's hoarding food, water, shelter, or anything. You know what I mean? It's hoarding like entertainment. Entertainment at the end of the day, for the most part, is what do you call it? It's a luxury. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, it is.
I understand if I understand if you know what I mean. I understand if people are pissed at a food monopoly, like they're overcharging for food. We can't afford food, blah blah blah. That's one thing. But this is entertainment. It's a luxury and stuff like that. People are not owed entertainment for the most part. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I would not categorize this as a debate, like, hey, piracy or piracy, which is illegal, or do I just pay for it? I don't think that framework works.
I'm not too far to your way of thinking, but this has been the eternal debate ever since digital piracy has been around, which is like, the corporations are rich enough, like they don't need my money, but I want to consume their product. Is that philosophy?
Yeah. I'm not here to defend the corporations, though.
See?
Who owns High Dive? Who owns High Dive? And I just drill down this example.
Oh, didn't we already establish it last week? It was
it AMC? Is it AMC?
AMC. That's what I said, right? It was AMC. Yeah, AMC. So Sony owns Crunchyroll, and AMC owns High Dive.
And AMC, while the business is kind of shaky, is the biggest movie chain of in America.
Different AMC. Different AMC. AMC.
Wait, what?
AMC movie chain is not the same thing as AMC Network.
We're talking about AMC Network?
Yeah, I'm talking about AMC Network.
Oh, no, never mind. The AMC Network is kind of a dinky. I don't think I want to take advantage of AMC. AMC, the cable network. You know what I mean? I don't think that's a big conglomerate. That's a big juggernaut that I need to steal from. You know what I mean? That's fine.
Okay. So if the corporation is not that big, don't steal. If the corporation is big enough, steal. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. If it's any kind of tech company, if it's an AI company, if it's Tesla, F it. I'm gonna steal every day. You know what I mean? F those guys. I gladly steal from Amazon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go. I just googled AMC versus AMC, and apparently the main differentiator that people are supposed to use is AMC theaters and AMC networks. That's what it is.
There's nothing above AMC network. They're not owned by a larger conglomerate.
Let's see. According to this, doesn't look like it.
Interesting. Okay.
Does owns AMC networks? Nope. That's it. They own by themselves. Really. The main shareholders is the Dolan family.
Oh, the Dolan family? Oh, F those guys. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know who they are, but yeah.
The Dolan family, they own the, what do you call it? They own the
cable. They founded Cablevision.
Yes. They own a bunch of cable back in the day.
Also, you do know who they are.
Cable. I know. As I said, I know who the Dolans
Oh,
are.
okay.
Not the AMC network, but I know who the Dolans are. Dolans are the people that made a lot of money using the East Coast. They're mostly East Coast. So they own a lot of cable companies. They parlayed that and brought the New York Knicks plus Madison Square Garden. A lot of people don't like it on the East Coast and stuff. But yeah, F those guys.
Okay.
But still, I'm kind of joking. But my principal stance and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, going back to what I said earlier, you're movies, television, it's kind of a luxury. You don't have, if you don't have to steal it. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Right, but once again,
Go to the library, read a book. How about that?
Okay, that's a good segue actually, because there are other ways to watch stuff, and if you have a library card, there are apps that you can use, that will give you options to watch stuff just from a library card.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
We talked about this, and right now I'm trying to remember what that was. The app is called Canopy. Is one of them. I think Canopy is one of them. Yeah, I think Canopy is one of them, and then the other one was such an H.
Tubi. Tubi is not the library.
Not Tubi.
Tubi is a free service, right?
That is true. That is a free service. You can watch stuff over there. So one of them is Canopy, and the other one starts with an H. Library. Albert Googles.
Yeah.
Hoopla.
Okay.
Yeah, Hoopla. Okay. So yeah. So I'm not sure if Canopy is the library one or is it Hoopla.
Either way.
Library card Hoopla. To use Hoopla, you need an internet connection and a library card for your participating public library. Okay, there's that. Yep. How about Canopy then? Canopy. Oh yeah, Canopy also. So Canopy and Hoopla allows you to use just a library card and you can watch stuff for free. There we go. Oh yeah, there we go. That's the way to do it. So if you guys want to not do the pirate thing, you can just go over there. You're not gonna be able to watch everything. But
yeah, I don't think that. I think the people who do piracy, I don't think they're interested in television from the 70s or international films from the 70s and 80s and stuff. But I don't know if I don't know if the Venn diagram of audiences,
you know where else people can go to? The Internet Archive. The Internet Archive has like movies and software, music, websites, of stuff that you can like watch and listen to. They have movies there. They have TV shows. They have anime at the Internet Archive. So you can go through there and take a look and see what you can find as well. So Internet Archive. Yeah. I know that's one of the only few places I can watch Maison de Koku is through the Internet Archive. They actually have it there for oddly enough.
The what?
Maison de Koku, which is an old anime that one of my all-time favorites.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Maison de Koku, Rumiko Takahashi, the one who created this is what she did before Urusei Yatsura and before Rama Half. Yeah. So Internet Archive, archive.org. So check those out. Yeah. And to move along with similar to this topic, is that a lot of the people in Gen Z and millennials are going.
Is that the chick in the green bikini?
Urusei Yatsura is the one with the chick in the tiger bikini. Yes.
Tiger, and the color scheme is green, right? I know it's a tiger pattern. Yeah.
Was it green or yellow? She had green hair. And it was like an orange black tiger bikini.
I get it.
Yeah. That's Urusei Yatsura, not Maison de Koku. Maison de Koku is like a slice of life anime about this kid who is living in this apartment complex.
Fair enough.
Anyways,
one half comes back next month, by the way. Just let the kids know.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Moving on with this topic or similar topic to this is that a lot of millennials and Gen Zs are going back to what people are calling the return to single-purpose devices. Like so, the two of us are old timers here. So we've lived through the era of single-purpose devices, and quite honestly, I was happy to get rid of them. Okay.
Yeah.
So I know the kids nowadays, they grew up with essentially like a one device that can do everything. You know, you can listen to music, you can watch your movies, your TV shows, all in one device. And now apparently that's too much. That's too much. Now they're literally looking for MP3 players to just play MP3.
Yeah.
First, they gotta figure out how to get MP3s in the first place, right? So whatever. But anyways, they're looking for that. There are people are looking for dedicated CD players, right? So because they actually can buy CDs still. People are looking for dedicated VHS tapes, not VCRs. I'm sorry, VCRs, dedicated DVD players. Are of course, vinyl is been a thing, so they have that.
Vinyl. I understand. What do you call it? Blu-ray players. I kind of understand.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking about getting a Blu-ray player, for the holidays and stuff like that. I understand.
Make sure you get the 4K kind.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the downfalls with Blu-ray is that I think they still sell the non-4K version, and I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't at least have the 4K version Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So get the 4K Blu-ray player.
But other than that, I'm glad everything's on my phone. You know what I mean? I'm at a point where that's the only thing I take with me when I go outside. Besides my car keys, I just my phone. Ever since I don't know if it's still in beta, but ever since California allowed me to download or upload my driver license, I don't even take my wallet anywhere. You know, so I don't take my keys on my cell phone. That's it.
Yeah. No, you're right. California is one of the states that allows you to do that.
Other than that, I don't need to take anything else with me on the go and stuff. So
there we go. So the kids nowadays, the kids nowadays, I kind of wish you could like talk to Anna about this because I think she's the youngest of all of us. If she knows her friends are doing this, but yeah, so people are now looking for single purpose devices, and I guess I'm assuming the most popular one out of that is the MP3 player. Really curious of how that's playing out for them. Like, oh no, another popular single use device is a flip phone, like an old flip phone where all it does is voice and text. Like people are going back to that because apparently smartphones are too much now, too much distraction. My advice there is that don't get distracted. I feel like that's an ignorant thing for me to say because we did not grow up like this. Like we did not grow up with everything in the palm of our hand. Maybe it really is too much of a distraction. Like they're too AD. They can't pay attention to one single thing, and it's too much.
It's very hard. It's almost impossible. Right? My nephew cannot go anywhere by himself.
Even
when he walks downstairs, he's glued. When he's studying, his face is glued into the phone. I get it. Yeah, if you want to connect, you do need a flip phone and stuff like that. I get it.
I feel like going back to this whole single purpose devices is like a detox for the kids nowadays. Where they can literally listen to the music and nothing but the music. Because if you're like listening to like let's say Spotify, you're also on social media or you're looking up other stuff while you're listening to it. You can't really concentrate because if all you have is an MP3 player and that's all you have, then you're forced to just listen to what you're listening. So
sometimes when I go on a walk, I actually all the time I leave my cell phone at home. I don't take it, so I don't have it for like 30 minutes. 40 minutes.
I mean, I
still have my watch. My watch still does like music and everything, but still.
I mean, I get that.
I get it.
I don't wear watches, so I still do my phone when I walk the dog. But I don't really like look up my phone as much as I can when I'm listening to something because I'm kind of walking the dog and concentrating to what I'm listening to, which is usually a podcast. But yeah, so it's like I get it. I get if people nowadays are trying to detox from having everything in one device into like different devices because it makes it feel more special. Like we're gonna pay attention to this thing, to this consumption thing that we are consuming. And my answer to that also isn't that why we go to the movie theaters? We go to the movie theaters because we want to just concentrate on the movie, no distraction, just the movie. That's the same philosophy. So movie theaters in a way are also single purpose devices if you think about it. So there is a movement where Gen Alpha, whatever, Gen Z, they are going back. Them going to the movie theater is on the rise. Really?
The podcast I mentioned before, called The Town with Matt Bellany.
Okay.
They have a recent episode about it. Somebody did some sort of survey or did a deep dive study and stuff. Yeah. Gen Z is what do you call it? They're trending towards going back to the theater.
Okay, well, I mean that's good. Is it because of the whole thing with Minecraft, and then you got K-pop Demon Hunters, and then now you also got Demon Slayers? It's like I think
I haven't listened to the podcast that episode yet.
But it does seem like if movie theaters are showing stuff that Gen Z wants to go to the movie theaters for, then that's what they need to do, right? But it also kind of makes it doom and gloom for the adult contemporary movies that Gen Z probably wouldn't watch. It'll kind of push all that aside again. So we'll see. All right, well, that's my whole thing on my bit. And I talked enough. You don't need to.
I agree. That's one thing I agree with. Good Lord.
Thanks
Good Lord.
listening.
The girls are lucky for not being here.
Well, I wouldn't be talking about this if they were here.
Yeah.
So there. Blame them. Thanks for listening. You can find this podcast on Instagram, Blue Sky Threads, and YouTube at Stuff Juncture. You can find me, Albert, on Instagram and Letterboxd at Albert5x5.
You can find me on social media, JIAMINGLOU.
Music has been provided by Gloomy June. Updates, contact info, ways to support us, and everything else is on the show notes found on whowhatwhereswhy.com. Before we go, let's give our 8 listeners some recommendations for this week. Jiaming.
Well, the thing is, if you came back and asked me, do you have a 5-minute bit now, I would have said this. Robert Redford actually passed away this week. He was 89.
Yeah.
A really good run. He was what do you call it? He obviously was big when I was not, I wasn't born when he was big, but he basically dominated the 60s and 70s. And I watched a lot of classic movies, and to be honest, I haven't watched that many of his stuff. You know what I mean? I looked at his Wikipedia page.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that many of them. The first time he entered my movie going experience, TV experience, whatever, is actually Indecent Proposal. Back in the day.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay.
With Demi Moore and Woody Harrelson. And then from there, I did watch a few of them and stuff like that. But I did want to watch a couple. I did want to recommend a couple of my favorites. You gonna say something?
No, I mean, I assume you saw The Great Gatsby, right? Didn't they show it in high school?
Yes, that's what I was going to mention.
Okay,
so I was going to recommend that because that was torturous. I was not a big fan of. Some of the stuff I watched, I was not a big fan of. Like, I wasn't a big fan of Indecent Proposal. I thought it was fine. The Great Gatsby was mandatory. I thought it was fine too, but they didn't stand out. I was going to mention the ones that stood out. The number one film by a country mile is Sneakers.
I was going to say Sneakers.
Sneakers is a legit masterpiece, the ensemble piece with Robert Redford as the kind of quote unquote lead. It's a wonderful movie. If you guys get a chance to watch Sneakers, it's a wonderful, wonderful, charming, funny movie and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's a great movie. Second one I recommend is actually one of his classics I didn't see up until yesterday, All the President's Men. Because of his passing, AMC re-released 2 movies, The Natural, which I do not recommend because I did see that. That's like 3 hours. It's just like, I don't know, man. That's 3 hours too long. Anyway, I saw that when I was a little kid. But then All the President's Men I saw yesterday at AMC. It's a wonderful movie. Obviously, people know it's about the Watergate scandal, Woodward and Bernstein and stuff like that. He played Woodward, I think. Yeah, he didn't play the Jew. He played Woodward. And he's really good in it, but the star of the movie is actually the writing. The writing is actually really tight, really spare, and stuff like that. And you know the phrase they don't make them like they used to. Yeah. It might apply to this movie. They don't quite make it like they used to, because one thing that stuck out is like exposition. Sometimes when you watch these movies, these modern movies, they do just like exposition dump. You know what I mean? They just tell you literally what the characters does or where they came from. But in this one, they did it sort of like in character or in moments. You know what I mean? You find out about Woodward Bernstein through this editor and stuff like that, but it's kind of like it's in the middle of an argument and stuff like that. So it's the writing is really crisp, and the message, of course, is more relevant than ever. You know, the freedom of the press, holding power, people in power accountable and stuff like that. And what I found out, because I watched it the first time, this is the first time it's like checks and balances, but not just checks and balances in the sense that the media versus the federal government, but within the Washington Post, there is checks and balance in the movie. You know what I mean? So it's a whole thing. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful, wonderful movie. You know what I mean? Shout out to All the President's Men. And he and the last recommendation is a movie that he directed is Quiz Show. I loved Quiz Show when I was a little kid. It's about a scandal that happened back out in the 50s, something like that. There was literally a quiz show that captivated America, but then they found out that one of the contestants got the answers in advance, the question and the answers in advance. So it was a big, huge scandal. It was like, you know, it's about television and honesty, blah blah blah. Anyway, Quiz Show. He directed that. So those three movies: Sneakers, All the President's Men, and Quiz Show. Shout out to Robert Redford.
Shout out to Robert Redford, indeed.
Good run. 89. He died at 89. Pretty good. And the thing that he's most known for outside of movies is Sundance. So that's another legacy for him. Shout out to Sundance.
Shout out to Sundance, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of shout outs. I'm gonna do my shout out. I'm gonna add a movie to that. Along Jiaming said Sneakers, All the President's Men, and Quiz Show. I'm gonna also add All Is Lost. You saw that movie, didn't you?
Or what was the plot for All Is Lost?
All Is Lost is guy goes. It's a survival drama where it's a man who gets lost at sea. It's just him and his boat.
Oh, right. I came out. I don't think I caught it back.
Oh,
It came
okay.
out like 15 years ago. I didn't see that one. But yeah.
Yeah. It came out 2013 according to this. But yeah, that's the movie I'll add to this. All Is Lost.
It's the two movies he's mostly known for is the Sting and the Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, where he started with Paul Newman and stuff like that. I
And
don't remember
Jeremiah
seeing
Johnson.
I don't remember seeing the Sting, but I do remember seeing Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. I thought that was really charming. So you can throw that in there too.
The Sting will always stick with me just because of the fact that when I was in elementary school in the Philippines, we had to do like a class dance to the song "The Sting," or this the song that came from the instrument that came with the Sting. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I had to do a whole dance to that, and yeah, I'm not sure.
And you love dancing.
I was
That's the thing everybody knows about you. You love dancing.
sure. I
You
love
love
that.
moving. You love moving your feet. But yeah.
I would think I was traumatized by that experience, but yeah, there's that. Okay, this thing. My recommendation to go with last week's anime very heavy discussions
Mhm.
is are you familiar with the anime YouTuber Gikuk? 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 Gikuk?
Mhm.
Gikuk?
He
Gikuk?
sounds he sounds heavy set. What do you think of that joke? Huh?
He's
What do you think
not.
of that stereotype?
He's not though. He's not.
Oh, okay.
He has a channel on. He's a guy. He's a Thai guy, or at least I think it's half, who
Sure.
lives in the UK, and he's a YouTuber about anime. He talks about anime, right? Like
Sure.
there's several YouTubers that talk about anime.
And
Well,
he says subtitle or nothing, right?
I don't know about that. I don't really follow
on-
the guy. The
He's
reason
on
why
the right side of history. But
the
I'm
reason
sorry, go
why
ahead.
this is even in the topic is because
Sure.
he just recently released his own anime.
Oh, sweet.
Right, so one of otaku's nerds like anime weebs dream list is like I want to make my own anime, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he actually went and tried to do that. Apparently, the story goes is that Kadokawa heard that he was interested to do the anime, and was going to offer it to him, but then they kind of turned him down, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then he decided that he was just going to fund it himself. That's right, he was going to fund it himself. Apparently, YouTubers make enough money for this, but
Sure.
and he hired a studio to animate this anime. He hired voice actors like voice actors from like established anime like Solo Leveling and Demon Slayer, right?
Oh, okay.
So and he even hired like a well established anime music composer and all that stuff, and of course the anime studio did it. He claims that he spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on this, which makes me think that all these anime.
We should be on YouTube.
It's on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah, I'm saying we should be on YouTube. We need to get that YouTube money.
Oh, I see. But yeah, so which makes it think that anime series they probably cost like almost $1 million to make per episode. I know Demon Slayer looks like it cost $1 million to make per episode.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason why like towards the end of the season for a lot of anime the quality just dips probably because they ran out of money. But anyway, so he was able to pull off making an 18-minute anime short film, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it is an isekai based because that's popular. It's on YouTube. Came out very recently. You can watch it for free. He has said that there is no way that he's going to make money off this. He's not going to make his money back, essentially what he said. But if you want to support him, you can watch the video and get the ad money there. And he also has some merch that you can also purchase as well to help him recoup some of the losses that he made making this.
Living the dream.
But he is essentially living the dream of an anime fan. He made his own anime. So, and I watched it. It was solid. And I would like to see more of it, which is sad to say because I don't think he can afford to make more of it. So I feel like the only way this idea that he made of the anime continues on is if an anime studio goes, hey, how about I pay you money to continue the series?
Well, that's what it is. That's what if you read between lines, that's what it is. It's basically like a what do you call it? It's like a resume. Basically, he made a high profile resume. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Hopefully, I
Yeah.
do want to see more of this world, and he does do a little twist on the isekai idea that I haven't seen in other anime. Although I don't watch all the anime, so maybe it's been done. Who knows? My point is that he had a good idea, and he wrote the thing. He wasn't egotistic enough to say I'm going to be a writer and director. No, he actually did have an actual anime director direct this. I believe he had a screenwriter write it for him.
So he's a producer, basically.
He's a producer, and
He
it's his idea, and it's his plot, and it is his story, his characters, his idea, his I don't know, character designs or whatever. But he did hire people to do it for him. So good for him. The anime, by the way, I haven't even mentioned it. It's called Ban. Ban. I mean, it has the little thing on top of the A, but
Yeah, you might want to spell that.
BAAN.
Mhm.
So if you type in BAAN anime, it should pop up.
Okay.
And since he's from Southeast Asia, he put some of his Southeast Asia ideas into this anime, which is nice. So yeah. But that's my recommendation. Check that out. Support him. I mean, he's living the dream. Something that in my head, I'm like, it'll be nice if I make him my own anime one of these days.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But apparently, very expensive to make. And and all that money, 18 minutes long. Just 18 minutes long. So yeah. Good for him. Good for him. Congratulations.
Anime. I binge watch now that the summer anime is wrapping up or moving into fall. I binge watch anime and stuff like that. So I save it towards the end, and I just binge watch the second season of Dan. And it's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
It's a great second season. And stuff like that.
Yeah. Have you noticed the last scene of the season is the same?
Yes.
It's parallel to the last scene of the first season. So yeah.
That's what I explained to my nephew and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a callback.
It's did you catch the Easter egg, boy?
I told him it's not really Easter egg. It's just a wraparound. It's a bookend.
It's a bookend.
And also, I explained to them when they order these animation or these shows and stuff in Japan and US, they usually order 2 seasons because it's so expensive. It's so expensive. They usually order 2 seasons. So they knew at the beginning of the season they were going to wrap around and have it at the end and stuff like that. So yeah, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful second. Anyway, it's a wonderful second season. It's just wonderful. It's just high octane. It's rock and roll. And also this Bond thing, I see it promoted on YouTube. There's a second time.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Wait, how are you seeing it promoted on YouTube? We both pay for YouTube Premium.
Yeah, I just know that after I watch certain, on the homepage, I've seen this image.
Oh, on the homepage.
Yeah, the homepage.
Your algorithm is actually telling you to go see it.
Yeah, my algorithm.
Oh, look at that! Look at that.
Motion,
nice.
push, whatever it is. Yeah, I've seen this. I've seen this thumbnail before.
Yeah, but as of this recording, it literally just came out maybe 24 hours ago. So very, very recent news. Congratulations! He's not the first fan to do his own anime. I believe there've been others out there, but shout out to Garnt. I think that's his name. Garnt.
I would argue all anime creators are just started so fast.
But yeah, okay. And there we go, folks. Thanks for listening. This was episode 910 of the Stuff and Junk Show. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, this podcast has been a Who What Worst Wire production.
We did it again.
We did do it again. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and walk my dog and call it a night.
All right, peace out.
Peace out. Good night.